G'day YouTube, my name's Lance. Welcome to Bundy Bear's shed. Well, the weather report. Look, it's a bit shitty. Yesterday it come in a bit overcast and look, we're running at about 13 to 22 in there somewhere. Around at the moment, I'm a little bit late this morning. I've been buggering around, as I seem to end up doing. And we only had 3 millimetres of rain out of it, but it's just a drizzly sort of day outside, so that's okay. I got through the week. Well, I haven't been in Bundy Bear's shed hardly at all. On the weekend, on Saturday, I got the canopy on the back of the ute, and then the ute was a bit of a mess, so I spent the morning washing the ute and getting all the bug guts off it and things like that. And behind the radiator, or behind the grill on the Land Cruiser, I bought some gauzes. They're made for Land Cruisers, and so yeah, I fitted those in, so any bug guts and any rocks from up the rough territory we like to go on can't come in through. It's a product I didn't know about, so when I found out I bought them. And then on the Land Cruisers you got the bonnet scoop up the top, and that scoops air in for the intercooler, not for the air. It's got a snorkel for that. So yeah, so I fitted that, so if a big rock comes up, it can't put a hole in the intercooler. And the intercooler on them, it seems to, the bug guts and you know, the leaves and all that just gets drawn in because of the air force and sits on your intercooler. So it'll still sit there, but it'll be up on a stainless gauze up above now, so it can't actually sit on the alloy and rot the alloy away. So I've done that, serviced the ute, full oil change, and lay under it and bug around, and I'll put the canopy on. I probably spent half a day on that bloody canopy again, you know. We've had this little leak, and when it rains, it's just this little drip about where Judy's pillow is, and before we went away last time, I thought it was coming off an Anderson plug, a 50 amp Anderson plug, where it brings the power into the canopy, and it was just running down the wires, and it's all behind the panel, you can't really see it. So we siliconed all around and had a go with that, and I hosed it and all that, and no leak. But anyway, we were down at Chuka driving around, got caught in the rain of course, started bloody leaking, and I'm thinking, this bastard of a thing. And so I had it on the list to do, but of course I come home and, you know, it's been months and I haven't bothered doing anything. So I thought, right, I had the canopy on the forklift down on the ground, and I hosed it and buggered around with it, and not a sausage. Got the pressure cleaner, washed it, not a sausage. And I thought, this bloody thing, what's it doing? So I've got a little jumper lead about so long, and it's got an Anderson plug at each end, so I can unplug it. You know, when I want to take the canopy off, I just unplug it. And the idea was to unplug it at two ends and just have this little lead you took with you, and you hopped up and put it in when you put it on. But anyway, I put the lead in and hosed it all again, and bugger me, here's these drips coming. So what was happening was, when one Anderson plug was plugging into the front one, it must have been lifting it up, and where the wires went into the Anderson plug, it wasn't sealed, so it must have been coming down there, because with the Anderson plug out, I couldn't make it leak, and with the Anderson plug in, it would leak. And I thought, you bastard. So anyway, it looks like the 5th grade has been up there with Play-Doh now. I got Sikaflex, and I've pushed it in, and I've forced Sikaflex up where the wires go in the little jumper, and I've actually siliconed all around the jumper wire, so it can't come out on the back end, but it can still come out the front end, you know, where I plug it into the front. So I buggered around with that thing. So I've got it sealed. Then yesterday afternoon I had to run into Harvey Norman and get some vinyl for doing, we're going to put a bit of sign writing just on the side of the canopy. Now, just the Bundy Bear's shed and the YouTube and the Facebook logo and that, just our social media things. And while we're away, I'll probably do a bit to Instagram and that, just because it's easy. You haven't got to sit down and edit videos and all that. But when the chance arises, I am planning on popping out a few videos, but we'll just see. But I had to go to Harvey Norman's and it was shower and rain. As I got to town, it was quite a bit wetter. So yeah, so I thought, right, that was a good thing. So I got to Harvey Norman, lifted the doors up, dry as you like. Come home again, nice and dry. So I think I'm onto that. So the ute serviced, all the grills, the safety grills are in, air cleaners, all that sort of stuff's all done. I've got the airbags at 30 PSI. I've got airbags, look, it's mainly for towing really, but anyway, I put the canopy on and it sits down, and without the airbags it sort of drags its arse just a little bit. And with the 75mm lift in the Land Cruiser to give it a bit of clearance, which was part of the 4,200 kilogram GVM upgrade, it lifted it. So I've got airbag man airbags under it. I mean, they say they don't give you a pressure. They say the proper working height for that airbag is between 6 and 7 inches. So I put 30 pound in them and I'm at 6.5 inches. But I felt it was a little bit rough going to town. So today, when I'm up the front there, I'll let a little bit of air out, and at 30, I might drop them to 25 and we'll just go to work through the week and see how that feels. Yeah, you gotta, they're bloody good, those airbags. They take the rock and roll out when you get a bit heavy. But anyway, we'll just see. Yeah, but I felt it was a little bit jarry going to work, going into Harvey Norman. So I've got to fiddle with that a little bit yet. I've got to top up the water tank. I have a 70 litre water tank on board, just gravity feed. I've got to top that up. I've fixed up, I've had an air coupling on one side of the ute that wasn't taking the coupling properly for pumping up the tyres. You know, for when we get on the rough, when you get on the beach or rough going, you just drop your tyre pressure at about 15, 18 and get a big footprint, and we have a compressor on board to pump it up. So that's all done. The GPS is in. I haven't got the little action camera set up on the dash yet, which I will do. And I'm going to have one so I can have a chat to you as I drive along. I don't know if I'll use it or not, we'll just see. But yeah, yesterday I've got a Cricket vinyl cutter up in the shed up at the house, and I thought what I would do was like have Bundy Bear's shed. I cut this out yesterday, and you can see the vinyl lettering, then you can see the crisscross pattern there. I got it a bit crooked, but it doesn't matter really. And that's a transfer tape. So you peel the back off, and that transfer tape, that keeps all your letters from getting all higgledy-piggledy. So I did that one yesterday. I'm going to redo that today. I'm going to make it a thicker font. So, but I wanted to get a bit of vinyl so I could put the YouTube logo there. So this morning, yeah, so there's a little sheet of the YouTube. There's the sheet of the YouTube logos. They're 90mm high. I've done the Instagram. We got Bundy Bear's Shed on Instagram. We got Bundy Bear's Shed on Facebook. So the Cricket vinyl cutters, for doing this sort of thing and doing pictures and stuff like that, it's okay. But when you try and download a logo, a PNG file that's clear background, it just wants to grey it all out. It's not real successful. Well, I buggered around with it for probably a few hours yesterday, couldn't get it working, but these ones here, I thought, bugger this, I know how to work my laser. So I just brought the vinyl up on the laser this morning, popped the file in, all done. I've done 3 of them, all those this morning, and that's no worries at all. So yeah, just on the side of the canopy on the white wrap, we're just going to have yeah, YouTube logo and Bundy Bear's Shed, then the Facebook one, and then the Instagram one with our tag. So yeah, it'll be it'll be all right. I'm going to put a Bundy Bear's Shed one across the windscreen, just a little one in white lettering with a YouTube at each end. Just, I don't know, I just thought it might look all right. So we'll see how we go. So that's got to happen today. But yeah, I've done nothing in the shed, nothing on the 65 this week. I just haven't had time. Nicole's away for 2 weeks today, so that means we get a bit busier at work, one person down. Then today there's just Ross and Judy because Alan's on his roster day off and Nicole's on holidays. So they might get a bit busy, so we'll just see. Next Friday, we're heading down to Linville. A fortnight ago, we were going to have a camp with the group going away, and we're just going to get together and have a final last meeting and a camp together just to see who was bringing what and what we forgot and all that sort of thing. So, so that's happening this coming Friday, which will be, bloody who knows, 21st, 20th, something like that. And so, yeah, with Nicole away, we were going to head out early and team up with Mick and Margaret from Mergen, which is about 2 hours west, and then head down to Linville and catch up with Dave and Jody at the Linville Hotel. Like, you can camp out the back, but Nicole's on holidays, so that means we can't leave Bundaberg till 1 because we've got to do the posting and get everyone's parcels out for the day. And yeah, so we'll probably be rolling in the dark next Friday, but we'll get all the Saturday camping together, having a yarn, then Sunday morning we'll have to hop up and head 4 hours home again. I think it'll be about 4.5 hours. I've got a wet nose from just a cool day. So, but anyway, so yeah, I don't think I'll be getting much done in the shed. I've got half a run of the PDO collars that I make for Queensland Tractor Spares. I've got half a run of them done that I have to finish today, and the governor rods that I make in-house here, I've got some of them to do. So the rest of today and the afternoons this week coming up, we're going to, I'm going to be up there making parts. So when we go away, there's plenty of stock there for the staff. They're not going to run out and stress out because things aren't, people want parts, and people on eBay, God, they're rude bastards. But anyway, we had we got a bit of bad feedback on eBay. We had a stabiliser chain and we just run out of them. And eBay had a $5 discount or something on it. And when you see an eBay discount, they say, oh, get 10% off this item or 5%. That's not us, that's eBay. eBay does that. We still get the same money for it. And anyway, we sent him a thing and said, look, we'll grab some in a week or two, but we don't have any now. Yeah, if you'd like to cancel the order, we can. And he said, oh yeah, cancel the order. Then he gave us feedback that said, yeah, these people, they didn't want to sell me the thing because there was a discount, so they said they had no stock. Well, no one had any stock. So anyway, I bloody hate eBay. The eBay is, people leave shitty remarks and they think they're going to really fix you up by it. But us blokes that have been in it for years, you know, you just think, oh, tosser. And I usually block them. They can't buy anything off us ever again if they're going to be arseholes. So anyway, anyway, that's just how it is. I've got a box over here, and Grumpy Dave next door, he's been clearing out his shed, and he's collecting old minces and things like that to take to shows, and he's not doing his tractors anymore. And probably a month or more ago, he gave me a box of old shit. And what happens is I just pop an old parts box in front of his garage door there, and he rings me up and says, come and get that bloody box, it's in the road. So I'll go and get it, and away we go. So he got on to me the other day and he said, that box is full, come and get it. And I said, oh, all right. Well, it's not full, it's about, you know, it's good. And he chucks old nuts and bolts and old shit in. And look, some of it's junk, but some of it's handy stuff. But an interesting thing that was in it was this. Now, this is your draft link. Now, that's your draft link for your top link. So this goes onto your sensing spring, your draft spring, and then you have a rubber down here, and this has two Cat 1 holes. And what that does is, as the tractor's got more horsepower in that over the years, instead of the top link pushing directly on here, you could have it at this hole, it'd be a bit less sensitive, and that hole would be a bit less sensitive again. And it's a Cat 1. And just to put it in context, This is the one off my 65. See, the more horsepower, so you can see you still have a Cat 1 pin up here that pushes on your draft spring, but we have two Cat 2 holes here and the rubber goes here the same. So with the extra horsepower, bigger tyres and all that sort of thing, yeah, they desensitise the draft a little bit. So here's a little bit less sensitive and that one's less sensitive again. So I'll see if there's a part number on this. I can't see one. I'll get me lookers. No, I can't see a, oh, there might be one down there. Eight, 9, 3, 6, 4, 8, possibly. And anyway, this was in it with the brackets that go down around the PDO in the box that Grumpy Dave gave me. What's that got on it? It's got B, no, that's a casting company. Here we go. 184550, I think that is M1. So it's a genuine item. So I said to Grumpy Dave, buddy, have you had a 65 or something here? And he said, no, why is that? And I said, oh, that part there. I said, why'd that come off? And he says, off one of my 35s, because he's had a few over the years. And I said, well, you sure? I said, I thought it looked like it might have been off a Mark 165 or something like that. And he said, no, it's off a 35. He said, I haven't had any of the others. He said, it's definitely off a 35. He's only ever had T20s and 35s. And I thought, well, that's something that I haven't really seen much of. I'm not sure what the story was with it. So I come home and had a look at all my 35s. No, they don't have them. My 135s and that don't. So I don't know. It's and I went to look at the parts book, the Agco, jump on the Agco site for the 35s and look at the parts, but my login on my laptop, when Agco had computer trouble, they changed everyone's login, and obviously I can hop in at work, and I forgot to look the other day, and I thought, oh, I'll do it at home here, but my login doesn't work, so I've got to get the login from work and bring it to home and do all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, I've never seen that on a 35 that I can recall. And I was wondering, you know, did that go on some of the 35s with the heavy cast centres that, you know, could pull a bit harder or something like that? I don't know. So yeah, leave in the messages down the bottom there if you got one with this on it. But I just haven't. I've got 3 out the back and Goldie and yeah, 3 out the back Goldie, and they don't have it. And my 135 never had it. So yeah, just interesting. You know, all this little stuff you run into, and yeah, you're just not sure what's going on. So last week we were that busy at work. I only got 165 video out. The one where I put a few bits into the lift cover, I'll try and get that edited this week and get that out. And then there's one on the adjustments that I'll try and get that out. But look, if we're busy, I just don't get time sometimes. And yeah, you come home and you obviously come home a bit early, but I'm straight into the shed and yeah, just doing stuff. But I just don't get time to edit and all that sometimes. So it is in the bag. Just see how we go. But I haven't filmed anything this weekend. The other thing I had was on, I think I showed you last week. Yeah, this is the Sparex top link that I have for the 65, and I was going through my stuff and I've actually got the proper one. See the different little catch here? So the next thing to do, or what I'm going to do, is unscrew this and check if the thread on those new ones fits or they've gone metric, because this is where they crimp it in and put the threads way down here. it's wasted here to give it a bit of support and stop the dirt getting in. So, you know, I might have showed you that last week. I get craft, can't remember an effing thing. And I don't know if it's old age or what's going on there, but see what happens. But look, short and sweet this week. That's all I have. I will show you what I've done to the ute. I'll probably show you when I put the stickers on, just what it looks like on the side. Yeah, just so when we're travelling, yeah, people might, you know, subscribe to the channel or might send us a message or might give us something tractory to look at or something like that as we travel around. So I thought, well, normal run of the mill, we don't have the back canopy on, but when we put it on, we're usually on a tractor mission of some kind. So we're going to, yeah, just advertise, see what comes of that. So I've got to pack the cameras up, get that all ready for the weekend coming up. Not that we're going to do much, but the idea of this weekend is that we put everything in the ute, we pack, we do everything as we go, you know, pretend we're going to the Cape and work out what we've forgotten and what we need to fix and what we could change and things like that. So we'll see. So look, thanks for dropping by, everybody. Yeah, sorry there's not a lot of content this week, but it's just one of those weeks. Next weekend will probably be the same, we'll see. But anyway, thanks for dropping by, and yeah, we'll catch you all next week. See ya. Well, it's nearly go home time, but yeah, that's what I spent a fair bit of the day doing. So on the back of the canopy there, I've got that for our trip away. So I'm going to, you know, Instagram and YouTube Shorts is quite easy to do when you're on the road. I even put a YouTube Bundy Bear Shed YouTube out here. God, look at that. And I've just had my mate Robbie here, and Nicole that works for us. She's on holidays at the moment, but her dad Rob, he's been a mate of mine for years. He just came and bought the 65 rims off me. So yeah, been a busy little day really.